Assistant Professor, Department of Graphics and Creative Design and Data Analytics. Today I am going to talk about authentication and authorization infrastructure. Introduction. Authentication and authorization infrastructures are single sign-on system. Their process purpose is authenticating a user once, that is locally at the user's so-called home organization, and then checking authorization of requested resource access based on user attributes the user's home organization delivers. Authentication and authorization in infrastructures. Single sign-on system. The basic motivation for creating triple AAI is the creation of an efficient so-called single sign-on system. Users in single sign-on system authenticate themselves only use only once using one set of credential to one authentication service, and then the underlying infrastructure authorize each single access request to the source. This avoids having to remember several passwords for accessing several resources, and by that increases security. It is much easier to convince user to create and remember a single good password than creating many good passwords and keeping them reasonably secret. Switch AAI and e-learning, the vital project. In this system, different servers existing. These are one core server where the theory section of all e-learning modules are located. 8 portal servers which control the access to the lab hardware reservation, and one LDAP server which stores information about lab hardware. The client of the student is connected to all servers through the internet. Also, the portal servers are connected through the internet to the LDAP server. ARP, Attribute Release Policy, attributes of the students to the accessed resource. The accessed resource then decides according to its AAP attributes acceptance policy whether or not the received attributes are sufficient, and whether or not the attributes received contain the required values. The attributes needs for vital scores are given name, surname, unique ID, and email address. These are the only attributes sent to the accessed resource. One should, however, note that the unique ID can be used to easily identify visitors across sessions. Up to this point, the entire scenario corresponds previously to this process described in session 3. Switch AAI. A problem occurs when a student wants to access the lab infrastructure through a portal server and the lab hardware. Example: hardware firewall which must be configured as part of the course cannot be accessed by more than one user at a time. To solve this problem, VITELS use the LDAP server, where each student can allocate a time slot for each specific lab device. Security of AI. AI are secure systems. Initially, the users and then involved subsystems must always authenticate themselves properly. Switch AI uses a public key infrastructure and a resource registry for resource authentication. Therefore, each resource is only accepted within VITLS if it is possessions of a valid switch AAI certificate and registered in the switch AAI resource registry. The certificate will expire every year. Only if the institution responsible for the resource actively renew the certificate will resource remain available in the AI. Thank you.